Good day. My name is Chiffon Guest. I am writing this paper and presenting on the latest trends in leadership. This is for my class MAN4900, which is Capstone. My professor's name is Dr. Eric Aguilar. So today I will be discussing the latest trends in leadership, which will include change management, human resources, leadership style, and customer service. Human resource management is the process of employing people, training them, compensating them, developing policies relating to them, and developing strategies to retain them. As a field, human resource management, HRM, has undergone many changes over the last 20 years, giving it an even more important role in today's organizations. Strategic human resource management is the connection between a company's human resources and its strategies, objectives, and goals. HR is evolving into a more technology-based profession because organizations need to streamline HR processes and reduce administrative burdens. They must also reduce HR administration and compliance costs. They want to compete more effectively for local and global talent. HR must always improve services and improve their access to data for employees and managers. They look to provide a real-time set of metrics to allow decision makers to spot trends and manage the workforce more effectively. HR likes to enable and transform so it can play a more strategic role in the business. The term EHR is electronic HR, which describes the transformation of HR services and delivery using web-based technology. Implementing EHR requires a fundamental change in the way HR professionals view their roles. Now, HR professionals must not only master traditional HR skills and knowledge, but also have the ability to apply that knowledge via technology. So today I will explore the role of leadership, and specifically I will discuss the servant leader. The servant leader has the opportunity to be a transformational leader, as he is in the business of serving his team and clients. I will also cover customer service and more specifically, difficult customers. All of these topics cannot be discussed without discussing change management. In change management, these are the tools that we use to implement change within our organizations. There is no business that can survive if the entity is not able to change with the times. A business and its leaders must be able to reinvent themselves and continue to embrace change, as innovation is the key to an organization's success. According to Forbes.com, no company that hopes to exist in a globalized world with ever-increasing pressure and competition can afford to ignore the opportunity that change technology represents. Technology has become practically relentless in the ways it invents and then reinvents modern life. The need for reinventing within an organization is also relevant to the management team. Management must understand the principles of management to hold on to the foundation of organizational leadership. There are 5 basic principles of management. The 5 functions of great management are planning, organizing, leading, staffing, and controlling. The planning phase is a phase where leadership thinks about the process and the appropriate goals and actions to pursue those goals. They must determine what strategies to use, what actions to take, and decide what resources are needed to achieve those goals. Organizing is the process of establishing worker relationships. It allows workers to work together to achieve organizational goals. Leading, we're all familiar with this function, right? Leading involves articulating a vision, energizing employees, inspiring and motivating people, using that vision, influence, persuasion, and effective communication skills. Staffing. Staffing is recruiting and selecting employees for positions within the company and within specific departments. Controlling is evaluating how well you are achieving these goals, improving performance, taking actions. It puts processes in place to help establish standards so you can measure, compare, and make decisions. While executing these 5 principles of management, organization must also operate within current best practice. Management practices continue to grow and evolve, and an organization's leaders must be deliberate in their actions, very intentional, to stay ahead of the curve. According to Harvard Business Review, HBR.org, once a company runs up against a major stall in its growth, it has less than a 10% chance of ever fully recovering. Those odds are kind of bad. And they do a lot to explain why 2/3 of stalled companies are later acquired, taken private, or forced into bankruptcy. This leads us to discuss leadership styles, because it's leaders who are going to implement and reinforce those 5 principles of management. There are a multitude of different leadership styles. The styles that inspire me are transformational and servant leadership styles. According to HBR.org, Harvard Business Review, management consists of controlling or a set of entities to accomplish a goal. Leadership refers to an individual's ability to influence, motivate, and enable others to contribute towards organizational success. Influence and inspiration separate leaders from managers. It's not power and control that separates. An organizational culture affects its leadership as much as its leadership affects the culture. According to Langston.edu, transformational leadership is defined as a leadership approach that causes change in individuals and social systems. In its ideal form, it creates valuable and positive change in the followers, with the end goal of developing followers into leaders. Enacted in its authentic form, transformational leadership enhances motivation, morale, and performance of followers through a variety of mechanisms. These include connecting the follower's sense of identity and self to the mission and the collective identity of the organization. Being a role model for followers inspires them. It challenges followers to take greater ownership of their work and understand the strengths and weaknesses of those followers, so leaders can align followers with tasks and optimize their performance. Servant leaders would best serve me and my organization. The servant leader is strong yet humble. One of the key differences between managing and leading is leaders focus on developing their teams in organizations, whereas a manager focuses on maintaining staff and resources versus improving that staff and their processes. Excuse me. Leaders create and reinforce norms and behaviors within a culture. The norms develop because of what leaders stress are important and how they deal with crises, the way they provide role models and whom they attract to their organizations. Leaders need to be attentive to the rights, beliefs, values, and assumptions embedded in their organizational culture. Leaders can help or hinder efforts to change the organization. Leaders influence how an organization will move in a new direction. Leaders must be adamant about optimizing their product, performance, and services. This optimization is the pinnacle of customer service. Customers are the foundation for all commerce and must be honored as such. I must remember, like the Ritz-Carlton says, I must anticipate the needs of my clients. And remember, clients don't always know what to ask. I am the subject matter expert and must conduct business as such. This is having an anticipatory view of customer service. You're ready for whatever your client brings to you. And being in that mindset, you understand that an unhappy customer is your greatest source of learning, according to Bill Gates. Difficult clients are our best customers. This alludes to the challenge that helps us hone our craft. Clients that are unhappy help us highlight where we can improve and better serve them. So we want to keep clients at the forefront as we implement change in our organizations, as we provide customer service, and as we structure HR and all our HR management tools. I thank you for taking your time out to listen to this video, and I hope this was informative. Thank you for everything. Good night.